Hello friends, I want to bring you a little short video today. We have a John Deere X300 and we're having some issues with it. It runs, then it shuts off. I pulled the hood off of it. I looked at some videos and I did a couple things to this lawnmower. I checked the spark plugs, all spark plugs are working. It's got a overhead valve cam system in it, but both plugs are working. It's to the point now where I even changed the oil in it, changed the fuel filter. As you can see, I changed the fuel filter, about to put a big one on it. And the way you have to run it, you have to actually push the choke up to run it. This is the choke. You have to push the choke all the way up just to keep it running. So I come to the conclusion it's in the carburetor. So we're going to show you a little short video how to take the carburetor off and replace it. Stay tuned. We're going to show you how to take the carburetor off and replace it. First thing you need to do is take the filter off. Got the cover off that went over, but you need to pull the filter off. It's a little wing butterfly clamp, which is real neat. I like that clamp. So just have to pull it off to get it out of the way. And we got it set to the side. Okay, the first step we need to do is we need to take the gas line off of the carburetor. This is a little vacuum line here. Just try to remember where you take stuff off at. This line right here that we're taking it loose here, this line here is the gas line. This line is the gas line. We might lose a little bit of gas here, but this is the gas line. All right, so we lost a little gas. Oops, we're losing more than we expected to. We're gonna just set this back up on the top like that, hang it in there. That way it won't leak. We're gonna stick this line right here back in this little holder, or better yet, let's just stick it on the back side here. That way it'll be out of the way. These bolts here are 10 millimeters. We're gonna pull these out of the way, and then we're gonna pull this spring adjust out of the way. But when you take this loose, remember where everything go in place. All right, try to hang on to your nuts as you take everything loose. We're gonna set everything in this little hold up here. That way we can keep up everything. Oop, about to drop it. All right, we got another screw here somewhere. Look like it's right here to take it loose. Got a couple of springs on this thing, so just the springs come loose. Just try to remember the springs where to go. But we're gonna do very much possible to keep from losing a spring. There it is, it's pulling. Well, we got that spring there. Look like it's down in the second hole there. All right, got that spring loose. We're just gonna slide this to the side a little bit. You got one more connection here, on here. You got a big clamp here. That right there, what pulls your vacuum. We're gonna take this loose, take your pliers, take that loose. So let's get this little breather cap off. We got the carburetor, little breather cap off. As you see, there's a gasket there. Be sure to replace that gasket. And this is the carburetor right here. This is the carburetor. The choke is not sticking, working real good. So the only thing we gotta do to this, we got a wire down here to disconnect, and we got this throttle linkage right here to disconnect. And after we get that to disconnect, we should be able to pull it out. Right here is a little clip. There's a clip built into this lower carburetor, just take a small screwdriver, little small screwdriver, and push it in. And at the same time, you can push down on that wire and it should release that clip. There you go. That's how you take that clip out. Just push in with a little small screwdriver and it should come out. So the only thing we lacking now is the linkage, and the carburetor should slide off. There's a gasket behind that carburetor, which is already damaged. So we're gonna replace it anyway. But we just gotta get that linkage out. Now we got another issue. Don't look like it wanna come out, cause look like this muffler shield is in the way. I think we may have to pull it off. I'm gonna look at it further, be for sure. I don't wanna do no more work than I have to there, right? What we decided to do here, try to put 2 nuts on this and back that stud out. That's a whole lot better pulling that whole stud out and then taking this muffler shield off. So just want to show you a little shortcut how to do this. So what I decided to do here is just pull 1 stud out. If I figure right, I'm pulling this 1 stud out and I'm hoping I can just twist it sideways and then slide it on out. That keep from having to pull both studs out. Well, it may not work like I thought it was, but I thought it would. I thought maybe I'd be able to pull 1 stud out of there and slide the carburetor on out there, but it's still hit. Wonder if I can spin it a little bit more. I think I'm about to pull this spring out of the way here. We gotta get this spring out of the way first. Then we should be able to do it. Gotta get that spring out of the way and we should be able to do it. I don't know why it's giving me a fit, but we gotta get this lever out of the way. Then we should be able to pull that carburetor out of the way. Got the old carburetor off. We're putting the new one back on. What we did here is, show you what we did. We just backed this 1 stud out right here, twisted the carburetor around, and then twisted it back in there. And this linkage right here, it just slid out. But there's a spring on the lower end, and that spring operates the throttle control down on the bottom, which actually is the governor on the engine, in which you can see it back there. This piece right here is the governor of the engine. That part moving up down, that's the governor. So what we gotta do now to assemble it is put the gasket back on the carburetor, which goes just like this. Now understand how this goes. There's a gap in between that carburetor, and you can see how it goes. It goes just like that over that carburetor. You put it on backwards, it's not gonna breathe. Well, I told you wrong. See this little indentation right here? Little indentation, that goes over top, because it gotta go around that air duct tube, which is right here. There you go, I got it on backwards. We're getting there. All right, we got it on there. It's got a little slot in that gasket, and it's got to slide over top of that little brass fit in there. Make sure your gasket is even all the way back when you stick it in. And now we just got to put the housing on there. Here's the housing that goes in there. We clean the gasket off around there. And this part right here is where your vacuum connect to. So it should just slide right in there. So how we're gonna do that is get it lined up, get your hose lined up, and at the same time, try to put your hose through. There's a clamp on it. I guess we can loosen that clamp to make the job a whole lot easier. Okay, we have it in place. What we had to do is we just had to take that clamp. We'll take this clamp and open it up a little bit and slide it on there. So the only thing we gotta do now is put the nuts back on there and tighten it up, and then put the gas line back on and vacuum line, and we should be good to go. But also remember that you got to put this piece here, there's a screw that goes there, you got to put that back into place, and you got to put this piece right here onto the end of that throttle. But at the same time, make sure when you do this, you get this choke lever up under this rod right here. No, it goes up under this rod right. It goes under this rod right here. That right there operates your choke. It pulls it up and this pushes back down. You see we got it back together. Everything went back together. It was the air line and the fuel line right here. We got both linkages together. We're gonna show you how that choke works. There's a lever that moves up and down right there. See how that operates? It's spring loaded and it pushes that choke back down. So we're getting ready to crank it up. Get ready to crank it up. There she goes. It is running. Running like a brand new lawnmower, people. I'm happy. It wasn't running like that at first. I had to hit the choke to run it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope this helps someone else out. If you have this same problem, this is the best way to do it. Let's replace the carburetor. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please share this video with someone else. Give it a thumbs up. Thank you.